Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. In the last episode you saw that I'd made a start on the living room, painting some furniture and ripping out that ugly fireplace. It then turned out that there wasn't a lintel in large enough for me to open up the fire to do my original plan of putting in an electric stove, so I decided to put that on hold whilst I got quotes for a wood burner. It was then time to move back on to the pantry. I've had a bit of a nightmare with this. I've mentioned previously that obviously I put the pantry / utility on standstill because I was supposed to be getting smart meters fitted. So the guy came a few days ago to do it and basically couldn't. It was a case of the gas and the electric being too far away from each other so that the gas meter wouldn't send readings. So this has completely ballsed up my plan for in here, because I now can't really put anything in front of that meter because I need to be doing meter readings every month. So it was a good job that I didn't do everything the way that I was going to, and I did put it on hold because I would have had to have changed some things. Pulled out the built-in cupboard that was here. The original plan was that it was going to be the dishwasher and the washing machine next to each other. I got the slimline dishwasher because it was going to fit in with the washing machine. The dishwasher has to go on this side because it can go further back. It's actually longer than the washing machine, so that is the easiest thing to move. It's obviously a lot lighter than the washer and it does just kind of pull out, whereas the washing machine's obviously a lot heavier. You've got to wiggle it around to manoeuvre it. So I'm going to have to keep the washing machine in the outhouse, which is a bit of a pain, but I'll just have to do something else with this area. I was thinking of maybe building like a recycling station. So this is our current recycling box and everything gets put in there, then it's carried outside and sorted out. But I could actually make a couple of shelves for another box to go on as well, separate the cardboard and bottles. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do with that. Look at the state of the piping and the wiring. I need to get all of that sorted. Obviously you'll see that there's lead piping in here. I'm not going to get any of this changed now until these walls come down and the kitchen's done, because all of this runs from behind the sink in the kitchen, so I can't get to it. There's nothing that can be done about that at the moment. So because there's like some taps and stuff down here, I'm going to have to put the dishwasher kind of like in the middle, but I'm just going to have to turn this around to get a corner joint for it and have the pipe work kind of like running along the back and the dishwasher coming out here. Get a new sort of like shelf for on top of it. I was hoping to reuse the other one, but it's not going to be long enough, so I'd rather have the shelf covering the whole part as to where the dishwasher comes out, and then that'll be like hidden storage sort of for the recycling boxes, and then I'll just put a cupboard door on so that I can still get access to the gas meter. My next job now is getting this sorted out again. So I've just filled in some of those holes with the old pieces of wood that came out. So this needs all patching up, sand the walls down, get a new piece of wood for in front of here, put this over and just get this decorated now. I'd pulled up the laminate flooring already that was in here, which feels a lot better now because it's all on one level. So once I've got all of the decorating done, I'll start off putting the laminate down in here first, and then it can start running through to the kitchen. I wasn't able to get the plastering finished off. I was literally just a little bit short on it, unfortunately, so I've still got that quite a big hole to fill, and then this isn't even, so I'm going to scrape all of this off and then just fill in again because I've been to B&Q to pick up some more bonding. Sorted out the pipe work in here now. I didn't film it because this is obviously a really tight space to be working with. So I just got a corner joint here, pulled this over so that's nice and kind of flat against the back, and then I just replaced some of the pipe work. I just use copper here because these are Hep2O fittings and they're quite different to the JG stuff that I usually use. I usually switch between JG, Speedfit and the Flowplast. So the Hep2O stuff, you actually needed a special tool to remove it, which I ended up not getting. You have to sort of like push this inside bit in. So rather than mixing and matching the pipe work, I just thought I'll just use the copper pipe. I've got a JG corner, I extended out to here, and I picked up a new appliance tap and got all that fitted on. So that is going to be nice and out of the way now. I'm going to give plenty of space to slide that back. But one thing that I have actually thought, I might actually change this dishwasher now that I don't have to have a slimline. I think I'm going to get a full size one because I am ramming stuff in there and not really having everything cleaned properly. So I've worked it out. I think that I should be able to get a full size one in here now. I finished patching up the plaster and I haven't done too good a job of this. It's very, very bumpy around this middle bit. I actually think that the top bit of the wall is set further back than the bottom, but I was kind of rushing it and then I got distracted and didn't finish it off properly, so it's not great, but I'll just have to put something over it. The fridge will cover a lot of that anyway. So I'm going to make a start on painting the panelling, so I'm just going to do this in white satin. This pantry is actually turning out to be a bit of a pain to do. Whilst I was doing the lining paper, I was sort of like cutting around the side of the trunking. You might remember there was the conduit pipe running along here. So I'd nudged it and realised it wasn't connected, so I pulled it back and realised that there was actual cable inside it. So I tested it and it was live. I very nearly electrocuted myself whilst I was doing that because I just assumed that it was kind of connected into here. So turn the electric off. I ripped all of that out. I'll just insert a clip of what I did with it. I was hoping to get all of these cables sorted out yesterday, but because of that going on, I had to use the junction box in there. So I've been to B&Q, picked up another one. I've also picked up some conduit just to tidy that up because obviously it's next to water, it's not very safe. So I'm going to get on with doing that tomorrow. All but this done now. So I was hoping to go and pick up a piece of plasterboard from the other house, but I didn't end up going today, so I just cut a piece of wood and I filled it in. So I need to sand that down when it's dry. Look at the state of this. I had to cut this piece off because it was connected to the shelf that was across here, so I know that that looks a mess as it is at the minute, but it'll be fine once I've patched it up properly and got it painted. It's not anything that anyone's going to see. I didn't want to have to go out and buy new architrave just for the sake of doing that bit. So the reason why that's gone all wonky is because of the piece of wood that I've put behind it. And I was just getting to the point today where I just thought, you know what, sod it, I really cannot be bothered with this now. So I'll fill it, paint it, and it will look a lot better than that once that's done. So I've made a start on doing the edging, cutting in. I need to go around with some decorators caulk in a few other places. There's just a little bit here that needs filling in and just going around the edges. But yeah, I think once it's painted it's going to look okay. But I'd got the ceiling cleaned. I'll just insert a kind of like half and half. You'll be able to see how dirty this was. and the colour of the water, like, oh god, so that was obviously like grease, presumably from years and years and years of not being cleaned, because to be fair, who cleans a ceiling? I don't. So it's to be expected, I suppose. But I've not actually started doing this cupboard yet because I've ordered a new dishwasher. I decided, obviously, as I've mentioned, having the slim line, I thought I could now get away with having a bigger one. So I was looking at the price of a, sorry, that's George jingling his bell. I was looking at getting a freestanding dishwasher from Marketplace, and then I thought, why am I doing that? I may as well just get an integrated one, and then I can use it when the kitchen gets redone anyway. So what I wanted to do was actually put the dishwasher in place so that I can see where the cupboard needs to be and do it around it. Into B&Q and picked up just a plain white door from the front of the dishwasher. I've already got a handle left over somewhere. I just picked up 2 packs of the laminate flooring and some underlay. I didn't actually get any of the Scotia beading because it was £6.50 a length in B&Q, which I thought was pretty expensive, so I'm going to have a look online to see if I can get some cheaper pieces, because I'll need to do in the kitchen as well. So I just picked up the 2 packs of laminate floor because I only want to do in there for the time being. I don't want loads of laminate lying around in packs until I get around to doing the kitchen flooring. So I've just got the 2 for now. I hope that B&Q don't stop stocking this. Painting is all done, and this actually looks so much better than I expected it to, going off the state of the wall with just the lining paper up. The grey on the ceiling was just definitely the better option to go with, because trying to cover up that kind of like orangey brown colour was going to take 1,000 coats with white emulsion. So rather than going out buying satin or a primer or anything like that, I already had this left over from the colour that I was going to do the old bathroom in, so I had plenty of that left. I've done 2 coats. There's gaps in between which could have been caulked in, but this is just a temporary measure, so I wasn't going to mess about doing that. So I was a bit gutted with the frog tape because it actually pulled off some of the paint. There was a bit of a bleed there, which I've just touched up with the white, which I might need to just go over this one again. So I'm not doing the grey until I've pulled that off, in case it rips any of the grey off. Bumps on this wall are not bad at all. All of this section here will be covered up by the fridge. So there's just like a little bit here, which I don't think is too noticeable really. This is how the dodgy architrave is looking. It looks better than it did before. But yeah, that'll be fine. No one's going to see that. So I still need to sort out the electrics. I really want to get the flooring done today because the dishwasher's due this afternoon. So hopefully it will only take me a couple of hours, if that, to get this sorted. So I've got all the laminate ready. I've got a fitting kit to put the laminate flooring down. I'm going to use the old damp-proof membrane to put down. I've got some underlay and I've got 2 packs of the laminate, as I showed you previously. Just look at these instructions. It's a good job I kind of know what I'm doing. I've only put a little bit of laminate flooring down before. It was literally just in a porch. I've never done quite a decent sized space with it, but I know what I need to do. Would anyone have a clue what this means? So that is leave it for 48 hours. It's not quite been 48 hours, but it'll be fine. I'm presuming that means put the underlay down. I have no idea what this means. But yeah, it's like, it's some really weird pictures. Where have they gone? Don't water your plants on the floor, don't spill drinks on the floor, kind of a given. Not suitable for a bathroom, presumably. Don't chemical clean. don't wet vac, or is that a steam mop? Who knows? I've got really bad hay fever at the minute. My eyes have been so itchy, so I've just dug out my hay fever tablet, so if I get like puffy red eyes, that is why. I do my best to film what I'm doing in here, but obviously it is a small space. The camera might get knocked a little bit, but I will see you on the other side. So I've got the dishwasher unpacked and slid into where it's going to go. So I've started building sort of like the support, because obviously with it being integrated, you're supposed to fasten the side of the dishwasher to something. So I'll be building something to go along the front. I was going to do a whole side panel down here, but I'm going to need access for like the water and stuff. So I'm going to leave around the back open, do a side panel there. Probably just board over and then do the shelving for the recycling boxes. I wasn't able to get the electric sorted out because the terminal junction box that I got wasn't big enough. The wires are too big. It's too late for me to be doing any more sewing, drilling, all of that stuff. So I've started posting over on the house account for Instagram, which I keep forgetting to mention in the recent videos, so I'll pop that on screen. And I'm also posting on TikTok now, so if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll have already seen the flooring finished off. So I'm going to try and post more on Instagram and TikTok of stuff that I'm doing. So if you want to see stuff first, go and follow me over there for little sneak peeks before you see them in the vlog videos. Well, the kitchen is an absolute mess, so I'm on a takeaway tonight. And then I will carry on with this tomorrow. So that's going to be it for this week. I will probably be posting a video on Sunday because we've got something very special happening over the next couple of days. It's not house related, it's something completely different, but I'll be sharing that on Sunday as a one-off video. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.